Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to create the Vines bracelet using 2 pins on the loom. This is an original hook-only design created by MDL_looms on Instagram. I just uploaded the hook version of this bracelet for him, so you can check that out if you prefer to make it that way. But I like to also do the loom version just in case those of you who don't like using the hook can also make it. So I definitely love his designs. This one I would consider an easier one. You will need a total of 118 bands. And the breakdown of that is 43 of the border, 37 of the clear, and 38 of this pink. So this is the style I will be doing today, where all the center little U's are the same color. But you can certainly play around with the colors as you can see here. So you also need one C-clip in your hook. So let's get those bands ready and our supplies and we can get started. To get started, you will need to choose 2 pins on your loom. So I like to use the very front 2 right here because of the opening. And I'm just going to ignore that middle bar pin that's right there. The beginning of this bracelet does start out differently as far as what colors we're laying and even some of the looping steps. But once the pattern actually starts, I will let you know. So the first thing you're going to do is decide on your border color, which is this brownish color here. I'm going to be using white. These are limited edition bands from rainbowloom.com if anyone was wondering. So the first thing we're going to do is twist this border band on like a figure 8. Then you'll grab another border, stretch that straight across, and now we will bring up the bottom band on both pins. And this will be our cat band. We'll push that down. We are going to grab another border color. Before we loop anything, we now need to decide what color you're going to use where my pink is here. So I'm doing all one color here, and that will be green. So grab that now. Lay that straight across. And we are going to bring up the bottom band on the left pin only. Push it down a little. And now we need to bring over the top 2 bands from the right pin and place them on the left. And you're going to want to do this one at a time. So I'm going to grab my green, bring that over. Then I'll grab my next one down on the right pin and bring that over. And you want to do it one at a time so things stay in order. So we are going to grab another border band color. And we will loop up the 3rd band on the left pin, which is this green right here. So now technically right now what we're about to do is technically the start of the pattern. But things are still not going to look exactly as they will throughout the bracelet because we had to do some different things in the beginning. So I'm going to not say that this is the start of the pattern, but as far as the colors we lay, you will start to see the pattern starting now. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. It doesn't really matter. So we are going to go back to whatever color you used for your green there. Unless you want to use more than one color for where the pink is, then you would lay a different color now. I'm going to just stick with green. So we're going to lay that straight across. We're going to bring up the bottom band on the right pin. We're now going to bring the top band from the left pin over to the right. Now you're going to decide what color you want for where this clear is. And it sits in the middle. I'm going to use this limited edition, well, these are the cylindrical, I can never say that right, bands. But anyway, it's a tan color. We're going to stretch that straight across. And we're going to bring up the 2nd and 3rd band on the left pin. So you can grab them both at the same time. Bring them up. We're going to go back to our border color, lay that straight across. We're going to bring up the 3rd band down on our right pin, which is my green one right here. And then we also need to bring up all of the bands on the left pin that sit under this top one. So the second, third, and fourth all need to be brought up. And it doesn't matter what order necessarily that you do that, but I just do it like this. So all of those should have gone up, besides obviously the very top one. And then we are going to push it down some, because now we need to grab, counting from the left pin here, we're going to grab the third band in, which is my tan. So the white is 1, green is 2, tan is 3. So we're going to grab that tan one from in here, and we're going to stretch it back to the left and reattach it on. Now we are officially at the start of the pattern. So we are going to start by laying our main color, which is my green. So we're going to bring up the second band on the left pin. We're going to grab the top green band from the right and bring it over to the left. Push it down a little. We're going to go to our center color, which is what I use the tan for. We're going to bring up the second and third band down on the right pin. So these two right here, and I do grab those two at the same time. We're going to grab our border band now. Stretch that straight across, push them down if you need to. And now we're going to bring the third band down on the left pin, which is my green. And we're also going to bring the second, third, and fourth on the right pin. So just like we did last time, we brought them all up on the left pin. This time we need to bring them all up on the right side. So the second, third, and fourth. And if it seems like a lot of steps, don't worry, you guys. As always, you will not have to memorize anything. I will make sure that you can start right where I leave off and follow from start to finish. So enough babbling. From there, we are going to reattach this center tan band. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3 in from the right. Grab this center band here and reattach it onto the right. So if you notice, last time we reattached that band onto the left. This time we reattached it to the right. And it will continue switching back and forth. So we're at the start of our pattern again. So we will start with our main color, which is for me my green. We will bring up the second band on the right pin. And whichever side has only 2 bands on it is the side that we need to bring the top band over to. So we're going to grab the top band from the left and bring it over to the right. And now we need to grab our center tan band. We're going to bring up the second and third band on the left pin. And now we lay our border. We're going to bring up the third band on the right pin, which is my green. And we're going to bring up the second, third, and fourth band on the left pin. So I'm going to grab these two at the same time and then grab the bottom one. Leaving only 1 band on the left. I'm going to push that down. And now we need to reattach. Counting from the left, it will be the third band in, which is my tan. It will always be this color band that we are reattaching. We will reattach that to the left. So we're going to start that all over again. Like I said, it's 3 steps. So I'm going to grab my green. And the first thing we do is bring up the second band on the left pin. We are going to grab the top right band and bring it over to the left. We're going to grab our tan band, lay that on. This is technically like step 2. We're going to bring up the second and third band on the right pin. They got a little out of order, but once it grows out, it won't matter. And now we are going to do our last step, which is our last band, which is our border band for this section. We're going to bring up the third band on the left pin, which is my green. And we're going to bring the second, third, and fourth on the right. So all of these bands, except for the top one, will come up and over. Push it down a little, and we will reattach the center tan. And we are back at the start again. So we are going to grab our green to start it off. We will bring up the second band on the right pin. We're going to grab the top band from the left and bring it over to the right. We will grab our second color, which is our center tan. We're going to bring up the second and third band on the left pin. And now we're going to grab our border band. We will bring up the third band on the right pin, which is my green, and then we will bring the second, third, and fourth on the left. Push it down some, and we will reattach the center tan. And once you reattach it back on, we're ready to start our next section. So keep following along with me. I will not keep verbally saying the instructions. So we're going to start this section again in case anyone wasn't sure. And we're at the start again. I'm going to do it one more time. Okay, so you guys are going to go back to this timestamp right here. It will pick up exactly where I'm leaving off. You will just keep going back to that, making your bracelet, following my instructions until it's long enough to fit your wrist. When you are all done making your wrist size, you're going to come back and you will be right where I am right here, where you attached that tan band back to the right side, and we're ready to close it off. It actually doesn't even matter which side you were on for closing. It works on either side. We're just going to grab one more border, put that on, and we're going to bring all of the bands up and over. So on this pin here, there's 2. And on the left, there are 4. Excuse me. So we just brought them all up and over. My bracelet's a lot smaller than yours, so I'm going to hold that down. You might want to do the same just in case. We're going to bring both ends together, and that is where you will attach your C-clip. I'm actually not going to because I only have this tiny little piece, but that is it. That is how you create the Vines bracelet using 2 pins on the rainbow loom. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope it's helpful when I'm able to convert these designs to the loom. I know there's a lot of people who aren't very great with the hook, so I like to give you guys the option to do it either way. So don't forget that this was an original design of MDL_looms on Instagram. I want to thank him for letting me do another video on one of his gorgeous designs. If you guys make one, don't forget to tag both of us on Instagram so that we can see your rendition. And that'll be it. If you like this video, you can help me out by hitting the thumbs up button down below. And other than that, I will see you all very soon at my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.